around the world on the most listened to radio station, Akidigbo 88.7 FM, Ibadan. I am Wuraola Yusuf. The headlines: Federal government bans the import of vehicles without certification. Or your government response to ministers' misleading claims on state power projects. Israel passes controversial death penalty law. Drone attack sparks a fire on Kuwaiti tanker in UAE amid Iran's Gulf attacks. Ghana fire coach Otto Addo after four straight losses. Now the details. The federal government has today unveiled a sweeping regulatory regime that will bar all imported vehicles from entering Nigeria without prior certification in a move aimed at improving road safety and curbing the influx of substandard automobiles. The policy, tagged the Standard Organization of Nigeria National Automotive Design and Development Council Vehicle Conformity Assessment Program, introduces a strict no certification, no entry rule for all new and used vehicles entering the country. Speaking at a stakeholder sensitization workshop in Abuja, the Minister of State for Industry, Trade and Investment, John Eno, said the program is now a full government policy and not a pilot scheme. According to the minister, under the new regime, all vehicles must obtain pre-shipment certification before they can be processed for importation into Nigeria. As the cost of living continues to rise across Nigeria, many citizens are struggling not only to meet daily needs but also to save for the future. For many Nigerians, saving money has become a daily struggle as rising expenses continue to consume most of their income. In Nigeria today, many people are saving themselves from the harsh realities of the economy rather than saving for the future. Akidigbo FM News correspondent Abiodun Oloyede spoke with some residents of Ibadan to hear their stories. Here's the report.
As the cost of living continues to rise, many Nigerians are finding it increasingly difficult to save money. For some, daily survival now takes priority over planning for the future that is yet to come. In many parts of the country, earning a steady income is no longer enough to guarantee financial stability. With the rising cost of food, transportation, and other basic needs, saving has become a major challenge for both low and middle income earners. Some residents say they now spend almost everything they earn on daily expenses, leaving little or nothing to save. An old man looking tired due to the hot sun, Mr. Philip Osundele, narrated his current economic realities.
This time around is so hard. As you can see, I'm working all day, all night, but to eat and feed family is not easy. Talking of saving.
A lecturer and a financial expert who was waiting for a car to pick him up gave a lot of explanation on saving in the current economic situation of Nigeria.
Very difficult at this point in time to have savings because the salary goes to so many things. The transportation goes into feeding and things like that, and the money, the quality of that money is light.
In separate interviews, Mrs. Motunrayo Oladele and Mrs. Abibat Folawiyo spoke on how they save in this hard time.
We are tired. We are working all days and earn money. But all the profit we make every day is what we used to eat. Like we spend it all on food and there is no savings in the time around.
As economic challenges persist, Nigerians continue to find different ways to cope, with saving now seen not just as a habit, but a difficult choice. Some financial experts advise that even in difficult times, setting aside little amounts regularly can help build financial security over time. Abiodun Oloyede, Agidigbo FM News.
Your state government has responded to statement made by the now past Honorable Minister of Power, Bayo Adelabo, describing them as inaccurate and not reflective of the true status of ongoing power projects in the state. In a statement issued and signed by Commissioner for Energy and Mineral Resources, Dahoud Shogodoyi, he noted that the 11 megawatt independent power project was successfully completed and partially operationalized, and 5 megawatts of electricity was commissioned and supplied to critical government infrastructure at the Agodi Secretariat for approximately 5 months during its testing phase. The state government emphasized that the project operated under a power purchase agreement (PPA) with no capital investment from the state government as it was fully funded by private investors. Payments made, the government noted, were strictly for electricity consumed during the testing period. The government further explained that challenges experienced with the project were not solely related to power generation, but largely due to distribution limitations, specifically expansion beyond the Secretariat to key areas such as the Bodija Total Garden axis remains a work in progress, with efforts ongoing to address structural and commercial constraints in collaboration with project partners. The Omo Oodua Yoruba community, representing Yoruba people in 19 northern states and the Federal Capital Territory, visited Akigbe FM chairman Dr. Oriyomi Hamzat at his Ibadan office. The delegation, led by President Chief Kasali Shuara and General Secretary Dr. Aziz Salaudin, expressed support for Hamzat's ambition to become Oyo State's next governor. Akigbe FM news correspondent on ground gathered the report. Jehovah Tobi Olaiju has the details.
In a bid to foster political unity and a sustainable relationship among the Yoruba people, the Omo Oodua Yoruba community in 19 northern states in Nigeria and the Federal Capital Territory paid a solidary visit to the chairman of Agidigbo FM, Dr. Oriyomi Hamzat, at the broadcasting house in Ibadan, the Oyo State capital. The solidary visit, which focused on supporting the ambition of Dr. Oriyomi Hamzat as the next governor of Oyo State, was attended by the president of Omo Oodua, Chief Kasali Suara, the general secretary of the community, Dr. Aziz Salaudin, and other important officials of the Omo Oodua Yoruba community. The president of the community, Chief Kasali, emphasized unity among Yorubas in Nigeria, stating various steps that had been taken before the community was formed. Dressed in Agbada regalia and with great enthusiasm at the courtesy visit of the secretary of the group, who doubles as the national treasurer of Accord, Chief Abdulaziz Salaudin, pledged support for Dr. Oriyomi Hamzat.
We mobilized state by state. We go to each state of the 19 northern states and Abuja. We mobilized our people, and they came out, they fought massively for Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And by the grace of God, we are coming to replicate the same in Oyo State by the grace of God 2027.
During the solidary visit, the delegation, through the president of the community, Chief Kasali, emphasized unity among Yorubas in Nigeria, stating various steps that had been taken before the community was formed. The chief whip of the community, Chief Abdusalam Isiaka, also expressed confidence in Dr. Oriyomi Hamzat, acknowledging his leadership qualities and continuous impact on society through media and community development. With enthusiasm and appreciation mood, the chairman of Agidigbo FM, Dr. Oriyomi Hamzat, showed gratitude for the community's support, highlighting his stance towards democracy and governance in Oyo State. The solidary visit ended with the Yoruba community presenting an affirmation gift to Dr. Oriyomi Hamzat, while the president also thanked Dr. Oriyomi Hamzat for the honor and reception. Jehovah Tobi Olaiju, Agidigbo FM News.
Now it is time to link up with our United Kingdom studio for the foreign news.
News from Hulamza Studio, Agidigbo FM, United Kingdom. I am Olushola Damilola. A United States lawmakers, Rokana, is calling on King Charles to meet the survivors of convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein when the monarch visited the U.S. The Democratic congressman who co-sponsored a law that compelled the U.S. Justice Department to release the Epstein's file last year is calling on the king to privately meet the victims to hear from them directly about how powerful individuals and institutions failed them. In his letter, Kana said Epstein's network had significant ties to the United Kingdom with the social and political circle in which he operated. He maintained that such meeting with survivors will give opportunity to identify any additional information British institutions and individuals may be able to share. Rokana stated further that it will also ensure that survivors are heard directly and that these matters are addressed with transparency, seriousness, and accountability. Israel has passed a law making the death penalty by hanging the default punishment for West Bank Palestinians convicted of murdering Israelis. The sentence will be applied by a military court to anyone convicted of murdering an Israeli as an act of terror. However, United Kingdom, France, Germany, and Italy said the move was de facto discriminatory, calling the death penalty a brutal and degrading form of punishment without any deterrent effects. Although Palestinian Ministry of Foreign Affairs said that Israel has no sovereignty over Palestinian land and that Israeli law do not apply to the Palestinian people. And that ends the news from Punli Hamzat Studio at Gidigbo FM. United Kingdom, I am Olushola Damilola.
Back. We shall also be moving to our Maryland studio, United States, for more foreign news.
News from Kule Amsat Studio at Gidigbo FM, United States. I am Oluwatosin Sonya. Tehran attacked and set ablaze a fully loaded oil tanker off Dubai on Tuesday, and U.S. President Donald Trump told countries that had not helped in the conflict to find some delayed courage to take the Strait of Hormuz and get their own oil. Authorities in Dubai said the fire on the Kuwait-flagged Al Sami had been brought under control following a drone attack with no oil leak and no injuries to the crew. Kuwait Petroleum Corp, the ship's owner, said the vessel's hull was damaged. The attack was the latest on merchant's vessel in the strait, a vital waterway for shipping oil since the United States and Israel attacked Iran on February 28th, after earlier threatening to obliterate Iran's energy plant if it does not agree to a peace deal and open the Strait of Hormuz. Trump said in a social media post on Tuesday that countries running short of jet fuel needed to look after themselves or buy from the United States. King Charles will make a state visit to the United States in late April, according to Buckingham Palace, a high-profile trip that the British government hopes will help to repair relations with Donald Trump damaged by the Iran war. Charles and his wife, Queen Camilla, will visit the U.S. in a long-planned trip to mark the 250th anniversary of that country's independence from British rule before the couple pay a visit to Bermuda. Their Majesty's program will celebrate the historic connections and the modern bilateral relationships between the United Kingdom and the United States, according to the Buckingham Palace. It will be the first state visit by a British monarch since 2007. King Charles's mother, Queen Elizabeth, made what was the fourth such U.S. trip of her reign. And that ends the news from Kule Hamzat Studio at Gidigbo FM, United States. I am Oluwatosin Sonya.
And now in the exciting world of sports, the Ghana Football Association GFA have parted ways with the head coach of the senior men's national team, Black Stars, Otto Addo, effective immediately. Otto Addo has been released from his contract as the head coach, as soccer coach of Ghana. This was stated on its website on Monday, as it gave no further details on the replacement for Addo or the reasons for the termination, just 72 days before the team plays its first match at the World Cup. The firing came after a 2-1 loss to Germany in Stuttgart on Monday. Ghana also lost a 5-1 in Austria last Friday and lost 4 friendlies in a row. Addo already coached Ghana on an interim basis for much of 2022, including at the World Cup in Qatar, when Ghana beat South Korea but was still eliminated in the group stage. During his playing career, the Hamburg, Germany-born Addo won the Bundesliga with Dortmund and played for Ghana at the 2006 World Cup. Ghana, which reached the World Cup for the 5th time, is in Group L with Croatia, England, and Panama, and it plays its first match on June 17 against Panama at Toronto. To wrap up the news this evening, here is a recap of the headlines. Federal government bans the import of beagles without certification. Oyo government's response to former minister's misleading claims on state power projects. Israel passes controversial death penalty law. A drone attack sparks fire on Kuwaiti tanker in UAE amid Iran's Gulf attacks. Ghana fire coach Otto Addo after 4 straight losses.
Don't forget that you can listen to us live on our website www.agidigbo88.7fm.com. You can also download our mobile app on Google Play Store and iOS. Simply search for Agidigbo 88.7 FM. Follow us on Facebook at Agidigbo 88.7 FM, on Twitter and Instagram at Agidigbo 887 FM, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you have news stories and tips for us, contact our newsroom on 070-8714-4865 or send us a mail on newsroom@agidigbo887fm.com.
And before we go this evening, here is a quick tip. It's okay not to have it all figured out. You don't have to see the whole staircase. Just take the first step. Finally, we have come to the end of the news around the world on the most listened to radio station at Gidigbo 88.7 FM Ibadan. I am Wuraola Yusuf. Thank you for listening. Good evening.